Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, we're going to talk about Dogecoin and a dollar. Now, Dogecoin reaching a dollar, there's plenty of time to talk about that. But no, I'm talking about why Dogecoin is better than the dollar. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And make sure that you click that little down arrow and make sure you select all notifications so you can be sure you get those notifications. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the declining value of the dollar and actually all currencies around the world due to inflation and mounting debt. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But in my view, it's Dogecoin. That's right, Dogecoin. We'll talk about Bitcoin too and where Bitcoin stands in all this. But this is really about currency and Dogecoin as its use as currency. So, let me get into it. Take a closer look. I'll show you what I'm looking at. But we'll start here by looking at the current trading of Dogecoin. We're just over 17 cents right now for Doge. Again, we've had a big run in the price of Doge since late February when Doge was right around here, right above me at 8 cents. And this big run is, it's on the backs of the power of Dogecoin. That's right. We see that the interest in Dogecoin is rising, and this isn't off of the backs of some particular Elon Musk tweet or anything like that. This is just more and more people realizing the value of Doge, new investors coming in and buying Dogecoin and loading up for the eventual run that Dogecoin is going to go on. We are still in this wedge. That's right, this descending wedge that we have here. Dogecoin is bouncing off the top of that wedge line right now. The end point of that wedge is right around a month from now in late April. So we should see what happens here with the trading of Doge. It may just break out of this wedge right now. We could see that happening. We were battling this 16.5 cent range, which was the 0.1 or the 0.5 Fibonacci. And now we're at the 0.61, which is 17.5 cents. So we're right in this range right now where Dogecoin is trading presently. So we'll be watching this as we go forward. But what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Dogecoin. So right now we see this run in the price of Dogecoin, and it has surpassed Cardano by market cap yet again. That's right, Dogecoin has now moved up to number 8, which was brought to my attention during the live stream on Friday. Yeah, because I was all like into the news and what was going on, and someone in the chat said, "Hey, Chris, Dogecoin's past Cardano." And we looked it up, and sure enough, it was happening right then. But now look at that. Doge is now $2 billion over the price of the ADA token over Cardano. So that is the power of Dogecoin. I mean, look at this. Over 7 days, Dogecoin is up over 14%. Cardano was down 5%. Solana down 7%. ETH down 5%. Bitcoin down 2%. That's right. This is Dogecoin. And we see people are loading up. The whales are loading up on Dogecoin. Dogecoin at $1. Here's why traders see it there. Numerous top-tier traders seeing Dogecoin at top in foreseeable future. Numerous top-tier traders eyeing the $1 mark for Dogecoin. Some say it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. So, that's all well and good. But what is the value of the dollar? And is the dollar really something that you should be comparing Doge to or not? Because here's what we have. U.S. debt, $34 trillion U.S. debt. And it's just keeping rising. It's just keeping going up. This is going to drive inflation and worsen like global warming over the next 10 years, Bill Gross says. High U.S. debt levels will become an alarming problem this decade. Debt will compound as the U.S. continues to lean on deficit spending. the Fed could fund rising deficits, but this will only spur more inflation. So that is the world that we are in right now. And there's no easy way out of this. Inflation is going to continue to rise up. The value of the dollar is going to continue to decrease. So that's why we're talking about cryptocurrency. That's right. The cryptocurrency is the future. And a lot of you guys get it. A lot of you guys already get it. Some of you are just buying Dogecoin because you want the price to go up and make a profit. But there's this whole underlying theme that is building for the case for Dogecoin and Bitcoin as well. And you hear it more and more about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the store of value. But we do need to buy things too. And we need to have a currency. And as the dollar continues to be inflated away, more and more it's Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the one that has the impact as a currency where you don't get inflated away. The average American household debt in 2023. What is happening? Well, because wages have not kept up with inflation, we end up with this rising amount of debt, record debt. Back in 2008, we thought, over $10 trillion in debt, up to $12 trillion in debt was a big thing. And what happened in 2008? We had the financial crisis, right? And then debt was going down, and that was a good thing. But what happened around 2014, 2015? Debt started rising again, and it has accelerated over the past 3 years. It has just accelerated. And as that debt climbs up in value, Americans, the average consumer, gets further and further behind. You can't catch up. You can't get ahead unless you start having forward thinking and start thinking in terms of how you can change your life, because the U.S. government is not going to change it for you. You're the one who has to make that decision on how you're going to change your life. We talk about wealth building on this channel. We were talking about it all last summer as we were accumulating our cryptocurrencies at what we then said was the low price for altcoins. We had some Bitcoin as well, and our Bitcoin has done well. But we still have the chance today. That's right, even today, buying at 17-cent, Dogecoin, because it's gonna go up in value while the value of the dollar continues to decline. And by that, what you end up having is the buying power, increased buying power, as the price of Dogecoin goes up. It's time to take Dogecoin seriously. That's right. Dogecoin improved the cryptocurrency user space. And this is Eric Barrier, Cointelegraph. Having spent the previous months covering more serious currencies such as Bitcoin, it gave me a headache to have to read all the wow, so profit captions under photos of that fuzzy dog. The whole thing just seemed like an awful fad. It turns out, as a curmudgeon, was part of the problem. Dogecoin's innovation is to take the aforementioned seriousness out of cryptocurrencies. And that is what has been happening for years. Bitcoin is trying to change the world. Dogecoin looks like a bunch of people goofing around with a fluffy dog who in the process helped a country take part in the Olympics. Dogecoin users are blowing their money around like dollar bills in one of those game show money booths. Dogecoin has improved the cryptocurrency user experience. So to the Dogecoin community, I'm sorry, I had you figured all wrong. You're having fun and doing good things. To the moon. That's right. This is where Dogecoin is headed. This article was written a while ago, but it still has a lot of use today in how important Dogecoin is becoming in the financial space. So, what do we have? We have in the Dogecoin economy, that's right, the Dogecoin economy, Nothing is as it seems. Dogecoin's now, what is our current market cap value? Almost $25 billion market cap value for Dogecoin. It's among the most senseless, illogical sources of value creation in the history of financial markets. But precisely in its meaninglessness, Dogecoin tells us something important about investor mentalities, the digitization of our economy and today's culture. For one, millennials, now America's largest generation, and some of you who are even younger, you came of age during the 2008 financial crisis. You watched as millions of homeowners were evicted through no fault of their own, while senior bank executives faced zero repercussions, the big bank bailouts, as well as short sellers like Michael Burry, making millions of dollars, while you are the ones who have been suffering. These formative experiences instilled a deep skepticism of traditional financial companies. When one's worldview is that markets are fundamentally rigged, Dogecoin's silliness feels a lot less silly. Second, the fabric of the economy has changed in ways that make Dogecoin seem less absurd than it is. Fintech is increasingly everywhere. Online payments, the linchpin of today's internet economy, cryptocurrency is now becoming more and more a part of this new era. But only 14% of Americans own cryptocurrency. Despite its long-standing dominance, Bitcoin could conceivably lose ground to Dogecoin or any other token that captures the hearts and minds of the remaining 86% of Americans, but it's still Dogecoin. The cryptoification of money is still in its infancy, even as fintech matures, meaning we are still so early. Third and finally, Dogecoin is a suitable avatar for the self-parodying culture that predominates today in online spaces. Twitter, we saw Reddit, Roblox. The currency is based on, obviously, the meme. But as a currency, Dogecoin is also a reflection of today's internet zeitgeist, ridiculous, but so is the online world that we live in. And we got to talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk and Tesla with social media hype and big investment. Tesla's CEO is betting that the future is crypto. That's right. We saw back in 2021, Tesla bought like $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and started accepting Bitcoin as payment for Tesla cars, but stopped it in late May, early June, sometime around there, 2021, and kind of put an end to what was happening with a big bull run in the crypto market at the time. Well, that and the Chinese mining thing, cutting down on the mining in China, that was a big impact on the markets, and we saw a decline in not only Bitcoin's price, big steep decline in Dogecoin's price at that time. But it's coming back around now. 3 years later, here we are with Elon and Tesla. It is coming back. While Musk has lauded the joke currency with numbers of memes, D is for Dogecoin, who let the Doge out among them, he's also suggested that the people have spoken about the pitfalls of fiat currency and extolled the virtues, not only of Bitcoin, though, but as Elon just said a couple weeks ago, of Dogecoin. That's right. He said, people working the lines on Tesla's factory, SpaceX, have all talked to Elon about Dogecoin as the people's currency, not Bitcoin. It's been Dogecoin. The value of a Dogecoin is still expressed in US dollars, and that's how we look at it. We look at it as being expressed in dollars, because a lot of people can relate to that. But more and more, I think what we're going to be seeing is we're going to be seeing it priced versus Bitcoin much more, or Satoshis. We'll see how that evolves as time goes on. But more and more, we could see cryptocurrencies being a more major part of the financial world going forward. So So what are we looking at? Well, we're gonna see Dogecoin rivaling Bitcoin. I mean, there's no doubt about it in my book that we're seeing this coming, and Dogecoin is now being pushed to get accepted as currency in businesses and used for tipping and trading online. We see that on X, Twitter already. If you have a MyDoge app, you can connect it through API directly to X Twitter, and you can directly send and receive tips right on X app. But we know that Elon is talking about X payments, and will Dogecoin be a major part integrated into the X Twitter platform? That would be huge. So those are the kinds of things we're thinking about. And just as a reminder, not too long ago, Elon posted this picture of Happy St. Patrick's Day with the dogs, with the hats. I mean, that's all great. But what is on the deck here? What are these things? Well, they're Dogecoins. I mean, look, it's Dogecoins. These are Dogecoins here. Why would Elon have Dogecoins in this photo? Again, I think it's another wink and a nod to the Dogecoin family that he hasn't forgotten about us, and he's planning something big for Doge. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Dogecoin versus a dollar? Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.